I just want, the actual, what accumulates in those little inclinations, water, right? And what do those inclinations converge into? Gullies, valleys. And what happens when all of that accumulation gets to that ultimate gully valley? You have a flash flood, correct? Correct? You have a massive torrent of water coming down. That's called your feelings, your emotions. What happens is an event takes place, right? The thunderstorm. And it can happen very quickly. And then there's this accumulation of water from all of these different locations. Those different locations are your inclinations. And your inclinations gather the water in a certain way. So your emotional reaction is like a flash flood made up of countless drops of water, forming countless little rivulets of water, forming countless streams of water, forming larger bodies of water, forming the flash flood of your emotional response. And that whole thing takes place that fast. Just like 2 million red blood cells can be produced at the beat of the heart, that takes place that fast. So what your job is over those multiple 40-day sadhanas is your job is to change those inclinations so that when things happen, you have trained your little valleys, your little rivulets, your little gullies, your little inclinations to bring forth the emotion that you desire. Because you know that when I respond in this way, I achieve resolution. When I respond in my natural, more normal kind of unmanaged way, I achieve the same thing every time. Right? Don't we have those conditions that we keep getting told, don't do this, hey, you're doing this, don't do this, hey, you're doing this, and what happens? We keep doing it. So what do we learn? If we can't figure out how to fix it, what do we figure out? How to justify it. Mm-hmm. Correct? Right. Mm-hmm. So we will get all that low-hanging fruit that completely justifies it, and that takes place in the reticular formation of the brain, because once you assign the reticular formation of the brain to watch out for a particular thing, it will see it anywhere, because in every moment, everything is taking place. And you will find justification, you will form the word packages, which are called sentences, that you can speak, and you will have it all memorized and all idolized, and you will just come up with the answer every time. Ever met a person like that? Mm-hmm. That keeps doing what they keep doing? Ever met that person inside of yourself? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. This morning? Uh-huh. We all have that person inside and outside. So when you meet that person outside, say, oh man, it's really good to meet you in person. Instead of, you're such a jerk. Right? Isn't it better to, communicate in the positive? So your past, these memories, produce your inclinations, form what is happening each and every moment, which then by nature forms your anticipation. And there's an old saying, we know what we want, to get what we expect. So this whole thing, past, present, and future, exists in a single moment. Hummy hum brum hum. What is to be always is. Which gully, I love that word you just brought in. Which gully are you going to always go out into the future on, right? How's your gully? That's a good question. Instead of how's it going, how's your gully? How's it gullying? Right? So this is how we want to change. In a newborn child, what you're doing is you're saying, wow, there's so much stuff going on in this world. We're going to surround you with this sensation of adoration, this sensation of security, so that you can mold your world as yourself. When you see the look on this tiny little bit, the eyes are like 1,000 years old. The body is like 40 days old. And these eyes are looking out of this thing, and the mom and the grandmom are like this, and the eyes are looking out going, oh my God. They sent me to Earth. Well, at least I have these people around me. Because, you know, Earth is really, you know, the assignment of Earth, right? Haven't we figured that out by now in our life? Assignment on Earth is not like, you know, it's like Yogi Bhajan called the assignment of Earth 2 steps out of hell. And he said the reason it's 2 steps instead of 1, he said, so you can figure out that you got both feet out. He also called it a half-star hotel. He said, in a half-star hotel, no one takes care of anything. So, we know we've been assigned to Earth. And if we can keep from being completely lost in the mirror, which is that, and stay in the total commitment of this, then we can understand our reason for being here, our purpose, and we can enter it with passion. Otherwise, we are in a constant state of WTF. Yeah? Because Earth is a half-star hotel. It's a mess. And therefore, we want to get, and thank God you are taking, those of you that raise your hand, you are taking this course because, and influencing others to take it when it's offered again, because this is the way in which we make a change. When we can have those little ones in that sensation. The mom in her pregnancy, right? Conscious pregnancy, conscious conception, conscious pregnancy, conscious birthing, conscious postpartum, and then conscious childbearing. And then, you know, our assignment doesn't end there, right? We have to create a lot of conscious schooling. We have to really make this thing work. And at the same time, we have to influence the adults, because the adults are the ones that are, you know, making other things take place. Yeah. Good. So we're going to take just a moment. Courtney, just 1 second. I know that I've filled up a lot of bladders here. So just take a moment. Thank you, Courtney. Just take a moment and establish. We're about a month away from the solstice time. So look into this month, this lunar cycle. What is it that you want to actually launch through this summer? we'll continue to focus on this throughout the warm-up, the kriya, and the meditation of this class. Excellent. Take hold of your knees and begin to stir that pelvic bowl. You better run, hold that cord out first.